Hi, this is Monica Alford with Wildside Media, and I'm back in Legacy Sessions today with some very, very fun people that I'm super excited to introduce. This is Jean Louise and Emily, who are the co-owners of Each Peach Market in Mount Pleasant, which just turned 11 last week. And I'm going to let each of you introduce yourselves before I start asking you questions about all these cool things that are on the table.
Hi, my name is Jean Louise Conway, co-owner and founder of Each Peach Market, along with my amazing business partner.
And I am Emily Friedberg. I am also the co-owner and co-founder of Each Peach Market. And we're excited to be here.
Yeah. Well, happy anniversary, first of all.
you.
11 years, that's really amazing. And I know we're talking about a lot of things today, including that we are working together on a fun end of summer soiree next Tuesday, August 27th, from 7 to 10 p.m. At the market. So let's start there. Why did you want to celebrate this particular anniversary?
Oh, we always like to party.
Good answer. Yeah. Okay, let me rephrase that. I know. Okay. You like to party. Got it. Okay. But what are you most excited about that's happening at the market right now, this summer, this year, that you really wanted to amplify at this party? Besides party.
Definitely we are really excited about our Each Peach wine that we have made, and Emily actually created the label for.
My very first.
In collaboration with Low Vineyards in Maryland. So we're super excited to be showcasing that wine collaboration at the party.
Very cool.
And also we're trying to get the word out about Each Peach Market to those people that don't know.
Yeah. I was going to say, I feel like you guys have like a cult-like status in the neighborhood. I've never been in the shop, no matter what time it is, where it's not packed, but people waiting to get, checked out.
do.
Yeah.
It helps. Yeah, I think this collaboration that we have done with Low Vineyards, it's actually our second year in a row doing a wine collaboration. We made a wine with Rachel, who is the owner and winemaker at that vineyard. It's a family-owned vineyard in Maryland. We made a wine with her last year for our 10-year anniversary. And it was so fun that we decided to do another one. And we wanted to make, last year it was a sparkling red. And this year we wanted to do something that was really fun for the summer and just really drinkable, easygoing, and fun. So we're going to be celebrating that at the party for sure.
Yeah. And she'll be there, right?
And she'll be
Lauren?
there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Definitely.
Yeah. I feel like you have a lot of really, I don't think you have one like basic wine. I feel like everything you've got is it's a lot of natural wines. And I'm always like, I want a funky pet nat or an orange.
We got that.
Yeah. It's hard to find like the blonde of the, I feel like everything is if I were making it a hair analogy, it's like a fantasy color only. Like there's not like just like a blonde or brunette wine. You guys only have
like
really
that.
funky ones. And that's really special. I feel like usually there's a section for that, even in a more niche market like you guys have, but it's really everything's different. Like everything's funky, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
We taste everything though.
Yeah.
So we try and make it so that it's not like, nutso.
Yes. No, I mean everything's very drinkable, but yeah, I've just never seen a brand that I know or something that isn't like, oh, that's a little different, So when you did the collaborations, did you kind of discuss flavor profile with Rachel? Like what was your side of the collaboration like in terms of what you wanted the wine to be?
We definitely tasted what she was putting out. The first time we made the wine, the sparkling red, was a lot more in the cellar with Rachel, just kind of like with graduated cylinders mixing and tasting and stuff like that. So that was really amazing to see the process and be a part of it. And this time around, we just worked with a blend that she had put together because we thought it was amazing. So she tasted us through a lot of the blends that she had made back in March, I think it was.
Yep. When she still had them in the barrels.
Yeah, they're still in the barrels. So you're like tasting for how you think the wine is going to evolve in the bottle, which is a completely different way of thinking. You know, it's like, this isn't how it's going to taste. So, we just tasted with her and what she's working on, and we just really like this one because it was like, I think particularly the Pinot Blanc just adds like this really kind of lovely like honey notes, and Gruner is great. So I don't know, we like the grapes.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Good
and
grapes.
our own road in Maryland.
Yeah.
So Maryland, a lot of Maryland pride in that bottle.
Okay. So we like to party. We like the grapes.
Yeah.
We like Maryland.
Yeah.
or local, everything local. Okay, cool.
A lot
cool.
of
We got a
local
list.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk to me about some of the other, I know fresh produce is very important to the market. I know you have beautiful, fresh flowers from a local farm. And then also just some really cool products that really highlight the diversity of things you carry in the market. That as someone who grew up in the DMV where, I know to put Berber in, an Ethiopian dish if I'm making it, or like salsa matcha and like a traditional Latin dish, like you have the fixings for those things. And that's really neat too. So I'd love to know a little bit how you pick what's in the market and what you think you are doing differently.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you actually said about our wine selection is kind of part of our ethos about how we curate our entire store, which is that we want it to be an inspirational experience, and we want people to come in for one thing and then discover 6 other things that they didn't even know they needed, but have to have now.
Yeah. Have it be fun.
And have it be a fun experience. And that's really why people come to Each Peach, is because they like the experience. Everyone tells us how warm and lovely it feels in there, and they really love our product, and they really love our staff, and they can always find something that they want to treat themselves to. So I think when we think about buying products, we really want to, first and foremost, we pretty much buy stuff that we want to cook with.
Yeah.
And we created a store that we would want to shop in, and so I think it's really nice that lots of other people want to shop there too. But yeah, we really look for things that aren't carried everywhere else, and that you can't find everywhere else, and that creates a unique shopping experience, or it's the very best or the most local of whatever version of that product is. So, and we love to take suggestions from customers and from staff. We travel to food shows, and also people send us tons of samples. So, we do have this Taiwanese hot sauce in stock that is because one of our staff members was living in Taiwan and
the
knew
Empress
this
hot
woman
sauce.
who was making this hot sauce and connected us, and we were able to source it through an importer in New York. And now we have it, and it's one
It's
of our
really good
products,
hot
and
sauce.
it's delicious.
Yeah.
It's very unique. It doesn't taste like other kinds of hot sauces.
Yeah. Very cool. What are some staple products that you have that aren't just seasonal, just things that, folks can, we have a giant wheel of cheese here on the table that I'd love to talk about.
Sure.
I know cheese is a staple,
We'll
but
get there, Monica. We'll
Okay,
get
okay,
there.
no, sorry. Cheese is my love language. And also I've held those cheeses, for as a hand model. I know how
Yes.
heavy they are. It's like, it is a workout. It's more of a workout than you would think. But yeah, just in general, before we dig into some fall, fun things that are coming up and what people can find at the shop that's seasonal, just some staples, that you think are kind of like go-to items for anybody in the city, not just in Mount Pleasant, that they can come to and find at Each Peach.
Well, I think we have to mention that we do have a full in-service, in-house kitchen, not in-service, a full kitchen where we're making things from scratch, like hummus, which we've made since day one.
Our
11
golden
years of
handcuffs, we call
hummus. But it's really cool to be like cooking from scratch and making these lovely prepared foods. So we brought our herb labna dip, which is really awesome. We always have that. Pimento cheese dip, fresh salads, soups, and we have a great chef right now, Mr. Bobby Dodd. He does really great work. So if you need some lasagna or a nice, comforting shepherd's pie, he's got you covered. He's doing just a really nice job.
Yeah, and you have sandwiches with really cute names. I remember.
Oh
very
yeah.
Did you have a Steve Buscemi one? Did I
Yeah.
make that up? Yeah, okay, I remember that.
I really like the Big Lebowski a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Who named them?
So the funny part about the naming of the sandwiches is that Jean Louise was designing the menu as our executive chef, and she had all these beautiful sandwiches, and I was looking at it, and I was like, we need just a real man sandwich. We need a meaty sandwich.
Yeah.
And so
This chicken, very simply, will not do.
and so she created what is now the Dude, which is our best-selling sandwich. And we were like, well, and all of our other sandwiches were named after streets in Mount Pleasant. But then for that one, for whatever reason, we just called it the Dude after the Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
And so you either have street names or Big Lebowski names in our.
Pretty much.
I like that. I like that. That's
It's
a
not
good.
very sensical, but yeah. So we have the Maud, which is also from the Big Lebowski, the Buscemi.
Donnie.
We used to have the Donnie Applebrie when it's in season.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the Kilbourne Caprese, if you want to go that direction as well. So
That's great.
I mean, I think something that I'm really proud of about our market, given its size, is actually the amount of really amazing produce that
Yeah.
we carry. We work really hard. We devote a huge square footage portion of our store to fresh produce, local produce. And I think that that's a lot of reason why people come to shop with us as well. I mean, you can really just get super high quality staples. So food for dinner, you know, tonight, your milk, your bread, your eggs, your wine, and then your treat, right? So, I mean, I think that's a lot of how people use us in the neighborhood. They come, they buy their dinner for that night, and then they find some, you
Hidden
know,
gem.
Specialty item.
Yes.
yes, like the honey almond butter from Morocco,
Yeah.
or, you know.
Yeah, you might
they-
need that Sicilian
Yes.
pistachio paste there in your life.
Exactly.
It's
You never
great
knew.
on
You never
us.
knew you needed it, but yeah.
So I'm really proud of, because I think when we were first starting the market, people were really dubious that we could have a full service grocery store in that amount of space. And we were really adamant that we had to be an actual grocery store, not just, you know,
Fancy ketchup.
a bougie little store with pickles and hot sauce and jars of ketchup, fancy ketchup, and we have succeeded in that, and we put a lot of effort behind that, and I think it shows, and it makes our store very aesthetically beautiful as well.
Yeah, the produce thing is key, and it's really awesome to support the local
Yeah.
farmers too.
For sure.
I was gonna say some of it's featured here. in
Yes,
this lovely,
yeah.
lovely spread behind us.
We brought some fresh pizzas from Three
right.
Springs Orchards there.
Yeah,
So,
gorgeous.
you know.
Okay, can we talk about cheese now?
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
cheese.
do it.
Let's do it. Because also, I want to talk a little bit about some of the other community experiences you've created for the city, where you have these workshops and classes. I know you partner with other local businesses like Bold Forks, and you are such a staple of the neighborhood too. So start wherever you want, but cheese has to be involved in your answer, please, for me. But I know you do some cheese classes as one of the examples of things you do for the community.
Yeah, I mean, cheese is just such a beautiful lens through which to talk about food, because it is very simple. Everyone knows what cheese is. Everyone eats cheese. But, you know, once you start peeling back the layers, there's a story there. And the stories are varied and interesting, and they can take you on a journey around the world. So I think that's why the cheese classes are so interesting, is because we take this, this very familiar product, and then we can, talk about it. We can go deep. So the cheese classes are such a great opportunity. We have them once a month, and it's variations on different themes. And we gather together, and we just go into the histories and the food traditions and why they're special. And it's not we call them cheese classes, but it's more like a tasting experience, and just a way to experience the cheese together.
Geek out. Sounds
Yeah,
like that's
a little
fun.
bit.
Like,
Yeah, we can
a lot
geek
I mean,
out.
Yeah, people like to do that. There's a lot
Yeah.
of foodies in DC that want to geek out about
Yeah.
that history or the
Yeah.
science behind it.
And we actually have had we do private classes as well. So if for your next corporate event or team building
Yeah.
or birthday party or
I
anniversary,
just did a 40th birthday party. It was
That's fun.
awesome.
yeah, it's super fun, and it's it's yeah. Anyway, and it's bespoke, right? So
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
do whatever topic you want. So some people they want to do cheese and chocolate. They want to do wine pairings. They want to do all women cheese makers. We've done conferences for. What is it? Women in Intellectual Property Law, I believe, every year does a conference, and they want to learn about women cheesemakers
Yeah.
and women winemakers. And so we've done a bunch of those kinds of classes, which are super fun. And then I just want to make a little plug. If you're not local, we also have a cheese subscription box, which usually matches the
Love that.
theme of the class. So if we're doing Spanish cheeses one month in the class, you will get Spanish cheeses and a little information about them in your monthly box. So we're excited. We've had the cheese subscription for several years now, but it's usually a great holiday gift item. So.
Yeah, very cool. Do you have other subscription opportunities or classes and workshops that you're offering that are not cheese specific?
Yeah, well, they're more bespoke, but
Yeah.
because the cheese classes we have on a regular monthly basis, at least monthly. But we have done wine classes in the past. We've done chocolate classes. We're just like a font of knowledge. So if anyone wants to like nerd out about food,
Yeah.
we're a game.
You should do a
you know?
foraging one too, right?
Yeah.
I was like, why haven't you done that yet? How do you feel about
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys want to talk about mushrooms,
I know
down
a lot of
for
people in
that.
DC they'll talk about mushrooms.
Yeah, all the things. So,
Yeah.
Olive oil. Because we're really in one of the reasons why Emily and I started the store was like, well, it's so many reasons, but one of them was just to like appreciate food, and really that's how the name kind of part of it was like each peach, like consider your food, like it's special, it's fun, like get back,
Yeah.
figure out where it came from, what's in there, who made it. So like that's kind of the approach we take when we're selecting the food, and then we want to share the story with everyone because we're excited about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's even, we were, walking around the store yesterday, talking about what we're going to serve at this party that we're throwing next week. And we're like, well, we're going to do our usual and our wine and our cheese and our charcuterie, but like really we should put out some other random stuff too
Yeah.
of things that go well together. So we're probably going to, taste our olive oil with some dukkha that we have from a producer named Villa Gerarda. And, so just fun stuff like that. What else did we pull out that we were going to try?
I think you
put some
saw the sesame crunch spread.
Oh yeah, the black sesame crunch spread. That you
Yum.
might not
Sounds
get
very
to
good.
get to try
Fun
all the
little treat.
time. So just to kind of have people celebrate these smaller producers also that we carry that are so great, and they are a treat. But you might as well treat yourself.
Yeah.
Next Tuesday night.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll open anything up that anyone wants to try.
Yeah.
So
That's
it'll be
fun.
and we'll be there to talk about it and why we're so passionate about it and why we brought it into the store.
Yeah. And I have a few questions about what's coming up next, but before we get there, I also want to just plug the fact that you have really great gift items too. Like you have Sydney Hale candles. I know she's based out of Richmond, and other local makers, and some cute items that are, like you said, somebody's coming in to get what they need for dinner, but also like it's somebody's birthday coming up, or like
Yep.
here's like I'm just gonna grab a little gift
Some
to
more-
go.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
sort of housewarming
Yeah.
post gifts for sure.
exactly,
Yeah.
which is really really lovely too.
And we're always happy to put together gift baskets as well. We ship as well, so either in a box or a basket, it will come. But it can be a combination of those, things like candles and dish towels, but also fancy chocolates and delicious Swedish fish and things like that.
If you're just like, hey, I need a gift basket for my good friend Emily, I'm like, what is your friend Emily like?
Yeah.
We'll put it together with our, knowledge of food, and just it's really fun to put together gift baskets.
It is actually. I do like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
I have some go-to items, but
Yeah.
they can, but whatever people want, so
Yeah.
it's very
It's kinda-
customizable.
Totally.
hone in on their their flavor
Yeah.
palette, and with
Mm-hmm.
their exactly. So just going a little more bird's eye view
Mm-hmm.
on the ethos of the shop. I know it's a small but mighty
Mm-hmm.
staff, and you've made such an impact on the neighborhood. Can you tell me a little bit about your team and kind of how you guys operate, and who you're working with now, and
Sure, I'll go.
Yeah, you're the director of human resources.
Yeah, director of human resources.
We wear so
yes.
many hats.
Such a great role. I love it. No, we have, what I tell everyone that comes in to interview for a job at Each Peach Market is that there are two reasons that people come to Each Peach. One of them is the quality of our product, right? And the diversity of our product and the story behind our products, and that discovery element. And then the other one is that it's fun to be in Each Peach Market. And what makes it fun to be in Each Peach Market is our really fun staff, right? And so, we're constantly being told what wonderful, nice, friendly staff we have, and that's because we hire for that, right? So, you don't have to be, super experienced to work at Each Peach Market, but you have to have a genuine love of, or curiosity at least, about food and interest in where it comes from, and then also just have a genuine love of people and engaging with your community around food, because that is what we do most. And I think that we're really successful at that. We have a really great team. We have about 20 employees right now. I would say that they're, at least 60% of the reason why people come into Each Peach Market, and most of them are part of our community. So I think we have a great team.
Yeah. And some of them have been with us for
Yes.
a really long time.
We have a lot of people who have been
Yeah.
with us for more than 5 years, which I
Yeah.
think in the retail business is
Yeah, it's a
substantial.
lot. Yeah, and 20 is not small. That's bigger than I would have
Yeah,
guessed.
people are always shocked when you're like, how many
That's-
people are like,
yeah.
between 20 and 25,
Yeah.
depends.
Yeah.
They're like, really? You're like,
Yeah.
well, we're open 7 days a week, and it's
Yeah.
like, it's a lot. We have a full kitchen, we do catering, we're doing gift baskets.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah, so I think, our staff, our vendors, our customers are all part of our community, and I think it's definitely what makes Each Peach a special place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of team members also have kind of like a area that they're most knowledgeable about or most passionate about.
people find their grooves. Some people remain generalists, but
Yeah.
we have cheesemonger Beth, for example, who loves
Love
cheese,
that.
and she's training Avery and Joe Shem
Yeah.
to kind of like come up in the cheese world. So it's good to have some like mentorship of that.
Yeah.
And then we have Maria, who's our produce buyer, and she has to do a lot of mentoring and training around produce. She's also the non-food. She's purchased these
Yes.
Sydney Hale candles. So they have this passion and curatorial thing, and then
And then, of course, there's Chris, who is
Yeah.
responsible for all of our quirky wine tags. if
yes, if you
anyone-
have never
okay,
read
okay.
the wine tags at Each Peach, make sure you do.
I was trying to get him to share his creative process, but he's very tight-lipped about it. But he
Yeah.
comes
Will he
up
be
with
there
some
next
great-
week?
He
Oh,
will.
yes.
Okay.
He
maybe
will.
I'll put him on the
Yes.
spot, see if he'll talk to us a
Oh
little
my
bit
gosh.
about it.
I would
Yeah,
love- I would love for
definitely.
you to do that and
Yeah.
see what happens.
But he's our
Could
head
be
buyer,
explosive.
and he's been with us for a really long time now, and he's so passionate and he cares so much about the products. So we're really grateful to have people like him that are
Yeah.
like bringing this good energy and
Yeah.
I don't know, just the thought and care he puts into his product selection is pretty awesome. So,
That's great.
yeah, it's a great team.
Yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds like you have a lot of trust built there. So if you did need to disappear for a week, you know that the
Yes.
shop would be in good hands.
Oh,
It can't
absolutely.
close.
Definitely.
Cannot
No.
close
Definitely.
because
We
the
have-
neighborhood can't handle it. But the market
Yeah.
itself
Very
would be in
committed,
great hands.
responsible.
Yeah.
So
No, that's
great.
the great team that we all like help each other out, and it makes it possible to create
Right.
space for us to do things.
Yeah, well, it sounds like they all get to fly their foodie freak flag too, right? If they
Yes,
have one, if they
yes,
have one,
it's
right?
encouraged.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly,
it's
which is great. That's great, and the curatorial, that's great too.
Yeah.
I would love to hear about what you have coming up this fall, both from a seasonal release perspective and also any fun events that we should know about after next week's party.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we love fall so much.
Fall is crazy for us. We crank up in the fall and into the winter. But we do have a bunch of stuff coming up. We are going to participate in a community event called Art All Night in Mount Pleasant. That is at the end of September 27th. And we'll be selling charcuterie cones on the street, and we'll have various artists probably outside of our shop during that time. It's like a really fun neighborhood event.
So much fun. Everyone
And
should come.
I think
Charcuterie
lots
cones,
of
yeah.
other neighborhoods do it too, but
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
not all on the
It's the
same
whole city,
night.
yeah.
But Mount Pleasant is very, very active on this particular
Love that.
event. And then we're doing a collaborative event with Bold Fork Books in October. That's going to be featuring a cookbook about sandwiches called Stacked. That's by a man named Owen Hahn. And we're going to be making some of his sandwiches. He may even make some sandwiches at
Yeah,
each peach.
we're gonna have
There's
sandwich
gonna be
specials based on his
book.
genius book.
Yes. So that should be really fun. That'll be at Bold Fork Books, but there'll be a lot of Each Peach involvement in that event. And then we have all of our holiday stuff coming up. So we've got meal catering for Rosh Hashanah and the Jewish High Holy holidays. We've got Thanksgiving coming up where we sell turkeys and meals. And then, of course, we're very excited always about Christmas and the sort of gift giving of the holiday. Hopefully people are going to be giving the gift of food.
Yeah, come
and
get your advent
cheese,
calendars over at
Advent
Each Peach.
calendars, gift baskets, cheese class subscriptions, and all of that. So we hope you will check it out.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't mind shamelessly plugging that Wildside is hoping to have you speak on some panels and do some cool things with us outside of the neighborhood.
Yes, we
So
would
for
love
anyone
to.
who's not already obsessed with your shop, it's on their radar and they come check it out.
Yeah.
That'd be
Because,
awesome.
Yeah, I think you both have a wealth of knowledge, and from as women entrepreneurs, as friends that have worked together for years and can still stand each other and are so sweet to each other, and also to grow such a like small but mighty shop with a great team. Like it's really impressive to see what you've built, and I think it would be inspiring to a lot of folks that are breaking into anything, any creative industry. So
Yeah, we'd love it.
Yeah, so we'll be plugging that too.
All right.
But yeah, anything else that you want to share about Each Peach while you're here? You've got this wheel of cheese. You've got this wine.
We've got all the
Yeah,
goods.
we have all the goodies.
Goodies.
got all the
Come visit
goodies.
Come
us.
on in.
Yeah.
Visit us.
Taste it.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, thank you both so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Monica. It was great talking with
Ooh,
you.
that gets to the same time. That's good.